And now, live from the 2015 Vancouver International Wine Festival, Anthony Gismondi and Casey Wilson. This is Tony and Casey's Best of Food and Wine on CIL 650.
Just watch.
Welcome back to the Best of Food and Wine. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Casey Wilson.
It's a live Best of Food and Wine. It's Saturday afternoon at the Vancouver International Wine Festival, year 37. We've got a pile of Australians around us, but we're heading to New York again. 2 New Yorkers in the last hour. That's got to be a record on the show.
Did you ever think we'd be able to drink a New York wine in Vancouver?
Well, I knew someday it would happen. And PhilipDunsmore joins us. He's VP at Brotherhood Winery. Philip, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tony.
Welcome to Vancouver. We tried to extract you from the snow for a couple of weeks.
That was great. Thank you very much. I've been enjoying myself here in Vancouver. It's a beautiful city.
First time?
First time in Vancouver.
Normally we have snow over the window. Snow. I'm kidding. we never have any snow.
Well, I'm happy to see this beautiful view today. It's fantastic. Thank you for the arrangements.
Yeah, you're welcome. New York, the state of New York, wine growing in New York has really taken off in the last decade.
Yep.
Really making a name for itself. Well, why are you there? What are you excited about?
And how did you end up in wine?
Well, it's a little bit of a long story. I'm from Chile originally. And yes, I worked with a Chilean winery for several years. And
with a very famous Chilean named Eduardo Chadwick.
Yeah, the Chadwick family is related to Brotherhood Winery.
Yeah.
I worked on a family-owned winery in Chile called Carta Vieja for many years. And I ended up in New York. The story of Brotherhood is very interesting. It's America's oldest winery. It's been around for 175 years. We celebrated our 175th anniversary last year.
Wow.
So it's a long story, very interesting. Basically, Mr. Jean Jacques started the business. He was a Scottish immigrant in 1839 in Washingtonville, where the winery still is. And 3 families run the winery through almost 150 years. The Jacques, the Emersons, and finally the Farrells.
Wow.
So around the year 2000, Brotherhood suffered a big fire that almost destroyed the winery. And at that time, there was a Chilean winemaker working at Brotherhood Winery, and he went to Chile to look for investors to come and try to take over the winery. And Eduardo Chadwick actually was one of the persons that was contacted, and he directed him to his first cousin, Luis Chadwick, that is also on the wine business.
Sure.
As well as the Castro family, that they owned Casas Patronales winery in Chile. And they took over and bought Brotherhood Winery in 2005. That's already 10 years. And it's been a great, great adventure. It's a long-term project. The winery is beautiful. It's a beautiful property, all stone buildings. We have the longest man-made underground cellars in the United States. So it's quite an unusual winery and property for the United States. It's more like a European estate.
Can we visit?
Absolutely, please. We'll be waiting for you. Yeah. We survived
Which is why the tunnels are so long, I guess.
Well, that's an interesting point, because we're tasting a sparkling wine today. It's our B Sparkling, which is 100% Chardonnay made with grapes from the Hudson Valley. But during Prohibition, Brotherhood, of course, as you well said, survived producing sacramental wine. So at that time,
there was a hell of a lot of sacramental wine produced.
Oh yeah, we were working hard to keep up the faith, So we had our cellars, which are beautiful nowadays, and they can be visited by our visitors at the winery. At that time, they were filled up with 500,000 bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
So when you can imagine, when all that champagne went back into the market, it was a big success for Brotherhood.
Pretty cool.
And the story of champagne or sparkling, it's very important for us. We've supplied our sparkling wines to the White House for many years.
You have, yeah.
Yeah, with the Waldorf Astoria, also private label sparkling wine is made by us. So We've been doing a lot of sparkling for many years. We do Méthode Champenoise in some of our labels. So it's a long story.
And but for sparkling wine, you need high acid. So for high acid, you need a cool climate.
Yeah.
So in New York State, you have that in spades.
Yeah.
So it's a sensible product for you, I think.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
And well, we feel quite confident of what we're doing. I think in this case specifically, the Bee Sparkling is a product that we focused into easy drinking, to be clean, crisp, refreshing, and we've been having quite a lot of success in New York City with it.
And the varieties, I mean, there are several varieties you can make sparkling wine from in New York State. What is the one that's winning out? Or
well, there's a lot of Seyval Blanc, Pinot Noir also, but I would say Chardonnay is the one that it's
people are focused on. Yeah.
Is it difficult to get into the restaurants in New York?
Very difficult. That's
because they're very.
You need the brotherhood. You need the brotherhood
focused.
for that. The other brotherhood.
Yeah, the protection.
Yeah.
No, it's very good question. Yes, it is. New York City is a place where we compete with the wines from all over the world, and it's complicated. It's tough. It's difficult. We have great chefs, and we're very happy because chefs, as well as sommeliers, as well as the consumers, have been giving New York wines more and more space on their wine lists. Actually, people are looking for New York wines. People are feeling confident about New York wines. People know that New York is offering very good wines, so they are asking for them, and we're very happy about that.
And what would this wine sell for in the U.S.?
This would retail for actually $10.99 in the U.S.
$10.99. What a bargain!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And New York wines in general now, are they consumed in the state? Are you exporting them across the U.S. or Canada? Like, what's the future for New York State wines?
Well, New York State is expanding its horizons, and we've been working hard with the New York Wine and Grape Foundation, and together with many other wineries, participating in festivals like this one all over the world. We go to Provine, to the London Wine Fair, to the Hong Kong Wine Festival. So, and we are exporting. Yes, last year actually Brotherhood won the Exporter of the Year of the New York Business Administration. So we're very happy about that as well. But yes, in conjunction, we are working with all the wineries to actually put out New York wines throughout the world. It's difficult. It's not easy. But we have distribution in 15 states in New York. And I mean, there's great wines in New York, from California, from Washington, Oregon. So we have to fight against our colleagues as well.
Do you want to sell wine in British Columbia?
Oh, yes, I do.
Good.
Yes.
Who doesn't? Let me know how you can do that. No, but you've had, well, how's the reaction been at the booth?
Fantastic, fantastic. The people have been really open, really happy about our wines. They've enjoyed them. It's always a surprise when they come to us and say, New York? Actually, you're making wines in New York?
Yes.
And then when we tell them the story about how old we are, all the tradition that we have, and everything what's going on in New York, we have more than 500 wineries in New York.
Yeah, it's
people
crazy.
are really amazed with it. And when they try the wines, it's even more. They really want to get their hands on them, and so they're really excited, and hopefully we can get them soon here.
Well, I think in some ways to be a newer region in their minds in a smaller place it's an advantage today.
Absolutely.
Everybody's looking for something new or unique and different. So if you can fit into that slot.
And we're getting attention even from the big guys, so to speak, like Wine Enthusiast just awarded New York Wine Region of the Year. So
yes, I saw that.
Yeah, so that's a big accomplishment, and we're happy about it, and we're trying to make the best out of it and get this attention to be able to bring our wines to the people.
I often wonder, I mean, we have Washington here, you have Niagara above you. Is there any connection between the two regions? Is there any work going on between them to promote that sort of style of wine in that area?
Yeah, there is, because absolutely in Niagara there's wines that we cannot make down in the Hudson Valley, like the ice wines and that kind fine
sure.
wines. So we're all working together, and we're all actually showing what New York can offer. That's the most important and the big thing here, what New York can offer. The diversity of wines that we have is great, is tremendous. So that's a big advantage, as you just said.
I guess what you just need is the New York Yankees to drink this wine when they win a championship, right?
We have one of our wineries from the Finger Lakes, Anthony Road Wine Company.
Yeah.
They make a Riesling for the New York Yankees with their label, their logo on their label.
Really?
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
So even the Yankees are compromised with our wines.
How far is your winery from New York City?
Only an hour north. It's
Just
very
1 hour.
Yeah, very close to get to us and to come back. People that are in the city and they're having vacations and stuff. Like last year, for example, it was, as I said, our 175th anniversary. We have over 100,000 people that came to the winery to visit us.
Yeah.
We're open 7 days a week during spring, summer, and fall. We do tours, tastings, and we have a French restaurant at the winery as well. So I'll be happy to host you guys, and please come and visit us.
You better watch out. The Chileans are gonna drag you back to Chile, to sell some wine.
Well, wouldn't it be cheaper to stay with you, to stay in your region, and then go to New York an hour each day to visit?
I definitely suggest that.
No buses, though, Casey.
No buses.
No, well, there are many
yeah.
ways to go back and forth, and it's super easy. But I definitely suggest you to stay in the Hudson Valley. There's so many things going on. There's beautiful bed and breakfast that you can stay. There's a tremendous movement of farm to table cuisine going on. So there's a lot to see beside all the wine trails that we have in the Hudson Valley and the Finger Lakes, which is amazing, I should say.
PhilipDunsmore.
Road trip.
Yes, right.
Philip, it's so great to catch up with you from Brotherhood Winery, and a special, if you're coming to the festival tonight and you're on the floor, go by the New York State booth and see Philip, and he'll fill your glass with some sparkling wine.
We'll be waiting for everybody to show how great wines we have.
Than's for joining us on the Best
Thank
of
you
Food
very
Wine.
much. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic.
Thanks a lot.
We have to get out of here, Arthur. We have one more segment, and it'll happen with our friend Mark DeVere. We'll be talking to him from California. But we'll be back tonight, Art, at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock in the room, live.
Yeah. And Casey, you're off to a seminar. You don't even know where you're going.
I know where I'm going, Tony.
It's
absolutely.
like out the door, up the stairs, and around the corner. Yeah. All that and more coming up on CIL 650, the Best of Food and Wine, live from the Vancouver International Wine Festival, year 37. We're out of here.
There's lots more still ahead. Live from the 2015 Vancouver International Wine Festival, this is Tony and Casey's Best of Food and Wine on CIL 650.